Are you helping your mommy clean, Timo Potty? Huh, Potty? Are you helping me clean, Potty? Helping me? You helping me, Potty? You helping me, Potty? You helping mommy? Good morning, good morning, good morning! Alright, so the scripture I have for you guys this morning is Philippians 2:14. It says, do all things without complaining and disputing. So my video is called The Complaining Wife this morning, and I kind of want to tell you a story about my life as wife. I've done other videos about my life as wife, talking about the continuous drip of a wife. I've talked about how I am a cleaning wife, what type of wife I am. So today I'm going to talk about my life as being a complaining wife. Now, for so long, because if you think about the Proverbs 31 woman, the Proverbs 31 woman is this woman who is freaking amazing. Like, if you read down in Proverbs 31, starting in verse 10, going down, you will see that the Proverbs 31 woman does all these things for her household, and you're like, oh my God, like, in this day and age, like, I am a woman. A lot of us women work. Then we come home, we cook. Then we come home, we clean. Then we come home and we be wives and do what wives do and take care of our husband's needs, and take care of the children's needs. And it's just like, at the end of the day, it's like, okay, will I even be able to fit in the shower? So that's where all the complaining comes in, because it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much going on. So I like a clean house. When I lived in Florida, I lived by myself, and my house was always very clean. I don't like the smell of dirty dishes. I kept my house clean because I didn't feel like cleaning up after myself even, you know what I'm saying? And so that means I didn't want a big mess. So I made sure I did clean up by myself, because if I made a big mess, that means I'd have to clean up a big mess. So at the end of the day, the most I really had in my house was my top drawers were kind of like junk drawers, which are usually what happens. My drawers are usually really junky, but other than that, like, they are organized. Like, if I had like silverware, or like where everything is, like what are those called, Ziploc baggies and stuff like that, that's all organized. That all has a place, it all has a place. But I like to clean, I like having a nice clean bathtub. I like to have a nice clean sink. It used to bother me when I was younger because I was told to clean all the time, but now that I got older, it was instilled in me so long. I just like having a clean house because it just makes me feel like, like at peace, it makes me feel like at peace. And coming home to a nice clean house after you done worked hard, after you done broke your back, after you done sweat, after you done cried your tears and all that, it's nice coming home to a nice clean house. So for a while after I got married, it was really hard for me because my husband's very junky, and so it was very hard. Like, a lot of the things that I found really hard for myself is I would sit there and I would come home and I'd be like, hey, the dishwasher is dirty, so put your dirty dishes in the dishwasher, and they'd be sitting in the sink right there for me to put in there. No, this is not my job. So so I had to learn how to incorporate certain things in my life to be able to not complain, because there's certain things that I complain about so much. Like, my husband would take out the trash, but then when he would take out the trash, he wouldn't put a trash bag in the trash can. So in that, I had to find ways to better incorporate my life so I'd be less of a complainer, less of a grumbler as a wife, because as much as he's tired of hearing me complain, is as much as tired as I am of asking for some changes. So I'm gonna actually tell you guys some of the things that I've done as a wife, so I'm not as much as a complaining wife. So the first things first is starting off with when it comes to cleaning. A lot of the time I was complaining about cleaning was because I was cleaning so much, and I just felt like, you know, inside of me just felt like, oh, he just makes a mess so that when I come home on my days off, that's all I have to do. I have to clean, you know, like, and so I'm not here all week long because I was working 2 jobs and coming home and the house was a mess and I was never here. And so I was just like, oh my gosh, like, like, why? So, you know, for me, I know I don't want to be that wife. So I had to learn how to do things that were outside of that, you know? And so things like nowadays, what I've incorporated in myself is, like, for instance, if I, so I know that a trash bag is not going to end up back in the trash can if or when my husband takes it out. So what I've done is I take the trash bag out, I hang it on the door so that he sees the trash when he goes out the door, and I just put the trash bag in there. So now I'm getting the trash taken out for me, and I don't have to worry about the bag being in there, because regardless of the situation, I'm still gonna have to put it in there, but it's already in there, and I know that more trash is gonna end up in another trash bag. So I've made that easier on myself, so I'm not complaining about it, you know? And so, you know, there's things that you just learn to go around certain things in which other people, like, for me in my life, let's see, okay, so the whole cleaning thing. Before, I used to clean and be like, oh my gosh, no one's helping me, you know, and like, we have a roommate, you know, like, we have a roommate, and you know, like, and then, you know, so it's just like, I was just like, oh my god, no one's helping me, and I just feel like, you know, so, you know, like I said, I incorporated change in myself. So now my mind frame of thinking when it comes to cleaning my house and stuff like that is okay, Sumo. Hi, Potty. We're about to start cleaning anyways, so that's why I started doing this video. So my mind frame is, okay, so if I decide that I'm gonna clean for myself. You know why? Because I like a clean house. Instead of being like, oh my gosh, this person's dirty stuff, that person's dirty stuff, my dirty stuff as well. Sumo's cat litters everywhere. Oh, Sumo, you're a messy eater. Why? You know? Now I can just be like, okay, I like it, which I feel, for me, because I'm a little OCD with it, cleaning is good. One, I get to clean the way I like, and you know, it's gonna turn out how I like it, versus having someone else clean and not liking the way they clean it. And I like it. I like, right now I have the iPod charger, I have my iPod, and I'm gonna put on some tunes on my Pandora, put it up, and start my little music festival here and get to cleaning. And I recently, they had a sale at Big Lot. Everything was 20% off, so all the cleaning products are like $1, and then 20% off is like 80 cents. So then I bought my cleaning products for the whole year. So all I'm gonna do is spray down, bleach down everything in this house, vacuum. I got all the carpet, smell goods, candles, everything for the whole year marked down when they have that sale, and then I'm just gonna get to cleaning, you know. And so within myself, I'm not complaining because I made it something that soothes me, and I made it a part and incorporated it with my life, instead of being like, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. Well, hey, you know what, I'm just going to work around what I have, you know, and you know what I can get and what I can't get. Like when it comes to doing laundry, Deshaun always carries the laundry because we don't have laundry in our house. We have it out like in the hallway area, so he always carries the buckets down the hallway. I'll put them in, and when it's time to take them out the laundry, he'll take them out and carry them back down the hallway for me, which is fine with me. As long as they get down the hallway, just carry them down, you know, and then I'll fold them and then put them away, and then get the hamper so that we can start throwing our dirty laundry in. So you just develop a routine in, you know, incorporating, okay, this is how my life's gonna be. Because for me, I was so stuck on the way that I did things that I had to learn how to incorporate on how other people did things. You know, like I knew in the beginning of my marriage that, because I've known Deshaun for 10 years, and he always used to throw his clothes in the closet and they all be on the floor. And, you know, so what I did was I got us 2 hampers. So now we have 2 campers. So now the clothes, for a while when the clothes were in the bedroom, they used to end up all over the floor. Now I put the hampers in the closet, they end up in the hamper. So I just had to figure out, you figure out ways how to incorporate your life and what's gonna best fit you, so you're not sitting there grumbling and complaining. Because I don't want to be that wife, you know what I'm saying? And you know, like, not everybody's the same as you, you know what I'm saying? People are people. Like, I know I have some interesting habits of my own. I know I do, trust me. Okay. So I'm not gonna say that I don't, but there are things that I do in which I know the boys can't tolerate at all, which is grumbling and complaining. And so so yeah, so that is, you know, some of my stuff that I do. When it comes to Sumo, I mean, Sumo, he's a messy cat. Can't really do much about that, you know. It's just something I can't do. So the dishwasher in my house is always loaded. I take out all the dishes. I make sure, so what I do is I make the announcement every single day. Hey, you know, after I have already ran the dishwasher, I do it in a nice manner. Because at first I was doing it kind of in an aggressive manner because it was just frustrating. It was just like, oh, you guys never put your dishes in the dishwasher. Instead of grumbling, complaining about the situation, I just say kindly to them every day after I unload the dishwasher. I usually cook dinner and feed them their plate, because that's the type of wife I like to be. And so instead of grumbling and complaining about it, I kindly say after or mid-meal, I say, oh, the dishes in the dishwasher are dirty. So when they're done with their plate, they come over, they rinse off their plate, and they put it in the dishwasher. Now me, whenever I come in the house, one of the first things that I do, because I know that I ran the dishwasher because I'm the one who runs it, is I go over to the dishwasher, I put the dishes away, so that when I feed them their meal, they can put the dishes in the dishwasher, because I don't like the smell of dirty dishes. So I've had to learn to work around someone else's lifestyle. And you know, and I only say this because as women and as wives, you know, we tend to do a lot of things around the household and stuff like that, you know, and I know that there are men out there who do the same thing too. But for my life, what I've learned, like as being the woman of the family and doing certain things, like I said, Proverbs 31 woman, she did a lot of stuff. That's what she did. She was that type of woman. And so what I've learned is you just learn how to live around other people's lifestyles, because it's hard, you know, living around other people. It's hard adjusting to other people, you know, and even, you know, you find what works for you, and that's going to keep you at a calm, so that you're not frustrated, so that you're not worked up, you know. Like I've learned to live like this, you know, and it's okay because I can live like this. I don't mind putting the trash at the door because I know they're gonna take it out, but I know that I also put the trash bag in the trash can, and I'm not gonna come home and complain about it because I'm so sick and tired of saying, well, why isn't there a trash bag in the trash can? But I know because I put it there that it's gonna be there. And so it saves a lot of time with me having to grumble and complain to just do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to express that to you guys. I know my husband's helpful, especially since I've been sick. He's been very, very helpful to me. You know, he runs my showers for me. He makes sure that, you know, I get my insulin. He pokes me with my insulin. You know, and you know, he's been taking care of me with my blood sugars and all of that. And like a lot of the time I leave my insulin at home before work, and he'll drop it off at my job. So, you know, there are things, you know, that my husband does for me in my life, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, but there are things in my life that I can say as a woman, I grumble and complain. And so as a wife, I don't want to be a wife that's constantly grumbling and complaining. And so I'm just sharing this video with you guys as wives, or people who are wives out there who are going to be wives in the future. Just some of the things that I've experienced in my life, in my journey as a wife, and what has made it easier, and just accepting the fact that, hey, these are the tasks and chores that I'm put to as a wife. And so instead of grumbling, complaining about them, I'm going to enjoy my task. So this morning, it is a Saturday, it is my day off. I'm going to edit YouTube videos, but in the process I'm about to turn on my tunes and start cleaning this house so it can smell so good this morning. Hey, but yeah, so I'm gonna get that to going, and then later on when Deshaun gets out of work, we're going to go see Maze Runners, which I'm so excited because this is the third one, and we've already seen number 1 together. Number 2, when I was living in Florida, he came down and we saw Maze Runners. And so number 3 is out, and we're gonna go see that tonight. So I'm so excited about that. But I love you, I love you, I love you guys. Until we meet again, God bless. Peace.